Hi, my name is Chris Mangrum. My project is titled Worship, an Unnecessary Battle of Good. My thesis statement: the contemporary praise movement faces several complaints and false misconceptions about its purpose, has a dynamic and crucial purpose, and will continue to lead people to Christ in an extraordinary fashion. Now, I'm a music major, so this is something that is right up my alley. I'm hoping one day to actually become a worship minister in a church, so I chose this topic to delve into the differences between the contemporary and the traditional styles of worship in churches today. One of the main reasons why there are problems with worship styles and different preferences is that these different ages of people in the church don't understand the type of music that the other group may like. For example, the key battle is really that one is guitar driven and the other is keyboard driven. The contemporary music that has evolved over the past 20 to 25 years has basically been more guitar driven, when the old hymns that we sing out of in our hymn books are more keyboard driven. They are completely foreign to one another. It's like speaking two different languages. And my worship minister, Ken Hawes, in our personal interview earlier in the semester, stated that one style is rhythmically complex and harmonically simple, and the other style is harmonically complex and rhythmically simple. Now, harmonically simple and rhythmically complex has to deal with contemporary music. Contemporary music has a lot of praise chords, not a lot of off chords, which means it's pretty straightforward to play, and it's very easy for singers that have a good understanding of what harmony is to find a harmony part in contemporary music. In hymns, if you open up a hymn book, you see a lot of notes, and your typical average churchgoer just tries to read the words and the verses and knows the melody in their head. But all those music notes and all the music on the staff are actually parts that are to be sang by the different voice parts. So it is harmonically complex and rhythmically simple because it has a driving force. In contemporary music, the rhythm is not so straightforward. It can change tempos at several times throughout the song. So the main reason that perhaps older folk who grew up with hymns don't like the new contemporary upbeat rock style of Christian music, the reason is because it's foreign to them. It's not something that they actually understand. It's not something that they grew up with. And for example, the younger generation who likes contemporary music is not exactly listening to organ music these days. They're listening to electric guitars, electric keyboards, electric drums. These are all things that they hear on a day-to-day basis on the radio, on YouTube, all over the internet, and they basically just don't understand one another, these two sides. Another reason why the contemporary movement is important is because it provides an opportunity for people to be comfortable in a church setting. The need to be different. Basically, this right here is talking about how church has been the same for several hundred years. You go in your best suit and tie, you sit down, listen to the hymns, take communion. It's very reverent, very meditative. You can't really get away with, being loud or putting your hands up in the air. This provides a need to be different for the younger generation of church. It provides another opportunity for young people and people who had never ever stepped foot in a church before to step into a church and feel comfortable and feel that they are right at home. And the Bible talks about serving the least of these, and these are the exact people that we need in churches today. The people who are maybe scared of a service that is suit and tie, very strict, with a dress code. It has that come as you are feeling. And a statistic here for you, over 50% of churches in a survey said that their worship style has become more contemporary. So the shift is definitely going in that direction and will continue to do so. And actually this statistic right here was actually taken from a 2004 survey, so this number is probably much higher now than it was 7 years ago. why have a contemporary service? What's the deal with this contemporary music? There's two major goals within a church. One is to grow the church that you already have, and the contemporary music gives the people who already go to church something new, something different to be involved in, to sing, to play drums, to play the keys. It gets people involved in praise and ultimately helps them praise God as well as help the others in the congregation praise God as well. And once you take care of the people within your own church, you also have to go out and reach out to people who are not church, the unchurched. And this contemporary style provides a welcoming atmosphere for those who are unchurched. People that don't like the dress code of a traditional service. People that can wear jeans, that can wear shorts and t-shirts, and come in and hear the gospel of Jesus when before they might have been turned away because they didn't own a suit and tie in their closet. Tony Guerrero, who is a worship leader, says, always remember that you have a responsibility to serve others. And that's really what this is all about. As long as we're serving others, regardless of worship style, whether it be traditional or contemporary, we have to know that we have to serve others as Christians. Some of the conclusions I came to in my research: the contemporary worship movement is seen today as one of the most effective ways to worship. I'm telling you, this movement is very big. It's got a ton of young people involved. So many conventions happen on the weekends. And I mean, more and more kids today are listening to Christian radio and wanting to be, involved in Christian worship. There are disagreements among churches and even in churches about which kind of worship is needed for that particular church. There are many churches today that are going to two services, one traditional service, one contemporary service. And these churches, I think, are making the right move to provide each member of their congregation the right amount of worship. We have to die to self and take on Christ's agenda.